What it be like in the hood? Sitting great, you see your own hood. It's your boy Blaze say here, and I have one of the most creative, the wonderful Dearestjudi. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. I'm so excited to be here.
That is dope. We are excited to have you here. You are one of my interviews that I could not wait to do. It's like a few of y'all that is like, oh, I can't wait to get like them to where we could talk, and you definitely were at the top of my list. So,
I'm so lucky. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
oh, thank you for being here. So, to start it off, I'll go with something real simple. What is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon. Can I go grab it? It's right here. I'm just gonna
Yes.
grab it.
Psyduck.
It's my boy, Psyduck. I
Is
can't help it. You know what? It's more nostalgia at this point because I'm a, Gen 1 child, so it's Psyduck.
I love that. I
Or at
love
least,
that.
yeah, but Psyduck is number one, more just because of nostalgia.
So, do you care for Golduck too, or you could deal without?
I could do without, I think, at this point. I think I was trying to hold on for a really long time to be like, yes, because he's the evolution. But I was like, no, just Psyduck.
Oh wow.
Psyduck.
Yeah. If what if Golduck gets a Mega Evolution? You know they coming out with a bunch of new stuff. It could happen.
You know what? We'll see. I'm always open. I'm not. I'm open to whatever comes. So if he has a mega evolution, then you know what? I'll recheck myself and be like, oh,
You'll be
maybe,
ready for
maybe.
it. So,
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
what made you do the Judy AI? Judy AI was one of my favorite characters as you were doing that, and I thought it was funny how you brought her back for a little minute. As the mannequin in your arm, I thought that was so hilarious. Like, what gave you the idea for that?
You know what? I don't know. It just popped in my head. I was like, I gotta do it, but I didn't want to do the face painting again. And I was like, oh, this will be fun because then I could riff off of something else other than me.
Right.
Because sometimes it's hard content creating just by yourself. It's so much
Definitely.
more fun. So, it's fun to get somebody else to bounce things off of. So I was like, oh, inanimate object is Judy I. She's her own character. So I'm just kind of like, you know, it worked. And I do miss the skits. They're fun. So hopefully we could get that going again in the future. But that was a fun time.
Hopefully, I did enjoy that time with the whole Olive Gang versus no Olive Gang thing that was going on. That was hilarious that y'all did that. Like I think it's
Yeah.
still funny that every once in a while you'll see somebody still sneak like a little hashtag Team Olive, hashtag Team No Olive into their post. Like that was a hilarious time. That was a real good time for us. I feel like that time should have got our whole little community a little bit noticed a little bit more because like it was a lot going on back then. Like
It was, yeah. I felt like a lot of us, I think we all mentioned to each other at one point or another. Like we were all just kind of we were not coordinating anything at all.
right.
I mean, some of us might have been like, "Hey, I want to do something like this," and have a loose idea, but it really got everyone's creative juices going, and that's what I loved about it is that everyone was putting in their own creative things. I feel like we really pushed ourselves creatively. A lot of people's content kind of just stepped
Yeah.
it up. We all stepped it up a notch, during that time, and it was really fun. It was super fun.
Definitely. I low key I've still been trying to catch up to you guys since then because I felt like that was a real great time with you, Hoodie, Set, and then like Hoodie and Set were like the leaders, so they were like the presidents, and then like so it was a real good time, and it was to know that none of you guys really talked like, oh hey, let's do like he did a video, then you seen his video and he was like, you know what? I know how I'm gonna snap at that. And then Seth was like, you know what? I know how I'm gonna snap at that. Like that was
Oh, good.
awesome.
Yeah,
That was awesome to see you
it
guys.
was fun.
Yeah, that creativity is crazy. Oh, Seth's a Leo. That never mind. I was about to say,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I had to
I
think
mean,
about
I
that.
see that definitely.
Yeah, his birthday just
I didn't know
passed
that,
not
but
too long ago.
that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. So which set in the Scarlet and Violet era is your favorite? Which set will you be missing now that we're moving into a whole new generation?
Yes. No, that's a great question. I think it's got to be 151. Because that's where it started. Those that group of Pokemon is what started it all for me. I was born in the late 80s. And so I'm a 90s baby. So
Got you.
you know what, from the beginning, these group of Pokemon were like, it's so nostalgic. And when it came out, I was collecting cards here and there, but definitely not at the rate that am now,
Right.
for sure. So when 151 came out, I was like, all right, I'm in it again. And I know that story is pretty familiar with a lot of content creators
Yeah.
like on TikTok, wherever, is that 151 really had this resurgence, this renaissance of, oh my gosh, we're gonna get back in the game because these are our Pokemon. So it's got to be 151. Destined Rivals definitely is a close second. Well, I love Destined Rivals again because I think it's got such a homage to the 151.
Yeah.
I love the artwork. I love Team Rocket, they're so naughty but so fun. But 151 and then a close second is Destined Rivals.
Oh yeah, the Destin Rivals I feel like definitely was a cool little set. I think that kind of caught everybody's attention too because of the way that people are still chasing. You're still chasing the card actually. You're chasing the Arvin, right?
Arvin's,
Yeah.
yeah. I never know how to say the Pokemon names. I feel like everyone's got their own different inflections on how to say names. So it's Mabostiff, Mabostiff, Mabostep. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's that card, yeah.
That's another thing that makes Pokemon hilarious because we all know the same Pokemon, but we all probably aren't calling it the same thing if we're being honest, you know.
Right?
So
Yeah.
it'd be like that sometimes. So I noticed when I looked and I scrolled down the bottom of your TikTok that at first you weren't doing Pokemon content. What progressed you into like deciding to open up Pokemon cards?
Ooh, it really was. So I started out on Twitch, the Purple app, as a streamer. So I streamed games on there, and then I took a pretty long break, but I wanted to get my creative juices flowing again. Some way. I didn't know if I wanted to go back to Twitch because it was such a big commitment
Yeah,
to sit down for 3, 4+ hours
big
and really
facts.
kind of be responsible of like a good sized community. I had a really good community, but it was a lot of pressure when you're getting up in numbers of being there's just so many pressures
Yeah.
when you're climbing up. And I wanted to do something where I could still be super creative online, but the dedication to content creating was more casual. And TikTok was that. It was like you could just post something ridiculous. You don't have to be all like meet the standards of like being a girl on social media, having to look super cute or anything. I'm just gonna post a random video of me doing something stupid, and it's fun. I could just post it and be done. And so it started with that, and just getting into. I'm gonna open up a pack here and there because I always did Wednesday. They're like here in my local area. So I've got two kids, and
Hmm.
they're at an age where they are getting into all these fun hobbies. I'm such a nerd, and I'm like, let's do stuff. So every Wednesday, we go to our card shop. They give out free packs, and I was like, "All right, let's get a free pack." But then I was like, "Wait, I wanna join in on all of this." And so I'd start filming stuff, and that's where it just kind of went on because they're like, "Oh, let's just film more stuff." And I started seeing Kiki Rips, and I was following Kiki Rips, and I was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I should start like filming my pack openings." And that's where it started. It was just trying to get creative again and in hopes to go back to some sort of content creating, either on Twitch or on TikTok and things like that.
So are you satisfied now with your community and the way that things are?
I think I don't really have like a set like the community I built on Twitch or on my Discord is different because it's more personable.
Right.
I'm talking to one, and it's a core group of people that I would see and chat with, interact with every day on a more personal level. TikTok, I feel, is so much more casual. I zoom by people's content very quickly. I don't have enough time to process and sit and engage with everyone's content on
Definitely.
a more personal level. It's more like I'm scanning because it's so much more broad for me, like on TikTok. It's hard to balance, the social media and real life, especially when you've got kids. So it's just what do I do? I don't want to be on, my phone 24/7. So it's like, I'll get to what I can, and then I gotta get back into real life. So I'm at kind of a okay balance, but I do want to find some more community within whatever I'm doing online.
Yeah, see, that's super dope. That's super dope, and I think your community is pretty good though, even though you casually pop in and out. Cause I try my hardest to keep up with what everybody is doing, so that way, at the end of the week, I can like try to make the news as like good as it can. Cause it's kind of boring just watching someone summarize what everybody else is doing at the end of the week, unless I can make it interesting. So I get that.
Definitely.
I get that.
Yeah, no, I look forward. I know a lot of people look forward to your like weekend updates or your updates of the week, and I know it's so much content to absorb. So
Yes.
I'm always like, I commend you for keeping up and keeping up in a conscious way, like you're
Yeah.
actually making like that effort and you're actually absorbing that information so that you could like ad lib and say something other than just what's like scripted.
Yeah, you know what I'm
So I
saying.
commend you for all that effort because it's I see it and a lot of other people see it too, and it's amazing.
Only thing I hate is that I'll miss certain stuff. Like, for example, Manny was doing a giveaway. I don't think like last week, but maybe the week before last, he was doing a giveaway, and I
Oh,
completely
uh-huh.
missed his giveaway.
No.
And I was hurt about that because that's my boy, you know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
definitely had like 12 giveaways in the news though, so I had to make like a
Yeah.
mini
Yeah.
post to shout him out because I felt like, damn, but like I know he understands. Like, nah, bro, it's so much going on. I'm positive you ain't even mean to miss what I had going on. It's just
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we're at a good understanding that, it's not a personal thing. It's like, oh my gosh, you've got so much, like you said, so much to absorb. And I think a lot of people already commend you for all the things you're doing. And I think it's a great series and segment that you have.
I appreciate that. I'm hoping we can keep it pushing. So,
Definitely.
how do you feel about Shiny Talk? I know that's something that you, movie, Pokerips 88, and oh my god, I can't remember her name right now.
Evangelica, but
Eva,
now it's
yeah.
Eve's Poke Garden. Yeah, she changed it
Okay.
to Eve's Poke Garden not too long ago. But yeah, no, it's a great. So movie is the brainchild behind all of it. Movie has a background. If you haven't, he's got a background in movie making, script
Yeah.
writing, and things like that. And yeah, he approached me because of all the creative craziness that I had with my content and was building like a good group of people, and it's not that we all interacted on a really like personal level before, so getting into it the first time we were all kind of just that was the first time we all kind of got together and was chatting, and it's a great mix of personalities. We all balance each other really well, and I think as we're moving forward we want to hit like some tough topics in the Pokemon community and things like that, as well as like play and be fun about it. But I think it's a really good group of people. We're always so thankful after every time we meet and chat, and we're like, this is so great to be able to just sit and talk Pokemon and have fun and let our inner child kind of just geek out,
Flourish,
and
yeah.
yeah, it's great. It's a good group of people, and I'm really thankful to be a part of it.
That is super dope to hear. I want to ask more questions about that, but I think I'll save those questions for movie since movie is the
Oh yeah,
brainchild. I'll wait.
definitely.
I'll wait to pick his
Definitely.
brain about
Definitely. No, I like that. I like that. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you'll get a lot of good stuff from movie too about all this stuff. He's super knowledgeable about all the movie stuff, like everything in that genre and field. So it's got an interesting brain to pick.
Yo, it's dope because I watch it's a couple of creators who I love y'all basically just off your creativity alone. Like you said, movie definitely top three. Hoodie definitely is up there too. Pokerips
Thanks.
88 and just the way he mixes kids in. Yeah, like y'all creativity is what draws me back. Y'all like, let me go check and see what they did today. Because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be something fun. Like, yeah, so I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that interview. I'm excited to get set to. I haven't talked to him yet, but I can't wait for that one. Like that's gonna
Oh yeah.
be another big one for me.
Oh, I wonder if you could get like his different sets to come throughout and
Ah,
just
that
make
would be.
appearances
Awesome.
every now and then, you know?
That
Like,
would be
or
so
be like, "Hey,
awesome.
we did set," but then be like, "Hey, in the future, I wanna interview the set." And
What?
then
Oh my
that'd be
god, that
so
would be
fun,
so
that'd be
dope.
so fun.
I didn't even think
I mean,
about
he's
that.
so generous, he's so generous, so, I mean, I have no doubt that he'd be so up for something. He's a really fun guy.
That is dope. I can't wait to see. And since we are talking about, actually, my next question is, who are you looking to collab with that you haven't yet?
Ooh, that's a really good one. There is a lot of content creators out there. Um, let's see. One in particular. Ooh, I know I've been really wanting to kind of do a collab with Lavender Jukebox. I believe that's how, is it just Poke? I think it's let me double check. Lavender Jukebox. Let me double check. I could also send what is Lavender Town Jukebox. Yeah, so Lavender Town Jukebox. I really want to collaborate with her. She has an awesome vibe. Does a lot of outdoorsy stuff. Oh wait, are we on pause?
No, no, no. I was
Oh
just
wait.
plugging it up. I
Okay,
didn't want it to die on
okay, okay.
you. Yeah.
No, okay, yeah. So
Sorry, sorry,
I would
sorry.
really like to. You're good. I'd really like to collaborate with Lavender Town Jukebox. She's got a really awesome vibe. She integrates a lot of music into her videos, and she's also very much an outdoorsy person. So that's one person that comes to mind. Another one, I talked about him this week in Shiny Talk. It's Mr. Magius, magician, and he does like a lot of magic in his videos, which is super fun, like a sleight of hand and stuff like that. So I really like creators that are kind of pushing the boundaries of like what their creativity can
Yeah.
do online and things like that. Like that's what I'm drawn to, like very like unique type of content. So those two people jump out initially for me. So just because they have a really good vibe that I feel like I could just like talk with them and vibe and we could
Yeah.
just kind of geek out on anything.
That is super dope. So do you feel as though your Aquariusness is what helps you like bob and weave and like get with like I like this person vibe, or are
Yeah.
you just like that naturally? You feel like even if you were another sign, it'd still be like a nah, I like this person vibes.
I usually go with a feeling or their vibe. I feel like I think because I've gotten I am definitely Aquarius. Like my four houses are all Aquarius. So it's like I'm Aquarius through and through. So I feel like as far as like chatting and like, just chit chat, I could get along with many people and we could have a fun conversation. But as far as like a genuine conscious, like enjoyable conversation that we could that could really just kind of bloom into something fun.
Yeah.
It's like it really has to be like, oh, I know, like I could kind of point them out in a crowd. I don't know if you're like that, but I could be like, ooh, I know I could get along with that person just really well, just because of their vibe or their energy that they're putting off. And usually I'm right, and I'm like, okay, because for me, I could get along with a lot of people, but as far
Right.
as like keeping those connections, it's very few and far between, because I have to really mentally click with somebody on a lot of levels before I could really truly be like, oh my God, yeah, we're like friends, we're buddies.
I get
We
that.
can talk about whatever. And I feel like these people like Lavender and Miss or Magius, Magician, like those people, I'm like, I could just pick their brains about anything because they seem so interesting and so creative and so fun to me.
Wow, that is
Aside
pretty
from you, of
awesome.
course.
No, I feel
And you, of
like
course. That's why I was like so excited when you asked me. I was like, oh heck yeah, let's do this because
uh,
it's definitely something that I'm like, yeah, I'd love to be part of it.
I don't think I think I'm tapping into my creativeness, but
No, no, you're good. I feel that so hard. Like I totally could empathize with that. It's like there are those moments when our minds could really just kind of take over and
yeah.
we can't produce anything creatively, right? You're just like, I got nothing. It's
Yeah.
like, right? But then when you're in the zone and things line up, you're like, oh, it's on, and you are like busting out. So I think me and quite a few other creators on here, when we see you pop up, we already can see that, you've got this whole idea of like the weekly, the Poke News and things like that, and the stuff that you want to build. Like, I could already see that it's like creatively, like this is so great.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like when you're in that headspace, like we're gonna,
Okay. I'm
definitely
gonna
gonna
take it.
be supporting you through and through, because
Give
yeah,
daddy a
we
second,
definitely see that
okay?
you've
Okay.
got that creativity in you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, and I'm happy that other people like see it, even though I'm
Oh,
not,
definitely.
like I said, at the peak of what I could be doing. I am happy that other
Yeah.
people see it and pay attention. My bad, my daughter
Oh, definitely.
walked up to me
No, she's
just now.
good. It's okay. It's okay. I know you've got
Do
kids.
you have a pack?
A pack? Yeah, I got a pack. Wait, you want a pack battle?
Yes, let's pack battle.
Okay.
We should
Let's do
definitely
it.
do pack
Okay, okay,
battle.
okay. What do I open?
I
I have
got
so
battle
many.
styles right now, so it can be whatever you want though. It doesn't have to be, you
I'm like,
know.
I've got boxes here, so I'm like, what do I have that is, well, hold on, let me go grab
You can take a
cards.
second.
Okay, let me take a second. I'm like, which one do I do? Okay, hold on. I'm like, ah! Okay, I'm like squeezed in here. Hold on. Oh God, don't worry. Just sorry, excuse me, mind
Never
me, don't mind me.
mind.
Moving around. Okay, let's see.
Hey
Ooh,
y'all,
okay.
sit down, please.
How old are yours? How many do you have?
I have
How old are
three girls, so I have 10, 3, and 4.
I got two girls, 13 and 9, but
Oh
girls
wow.
are fun.
Good. Ah.
Girls are great, but I get it.
They worry me so bad. Well, like I said, they
Oh,
still
I get
little
it.
now, but like once
I know your
them,
10-year-old though. I feel like,
yeah, cause she's creeping, you know.
the tween, like the preteen tween. I feel like mine is 13 now officially, but I felt like she was like her attitude, her mindset, maturity, and everything was where I was when I was like 17. And I'm like, calm down. What are you doing? You're like,
Oh wow.
it's like they're getting older at a younger age, and I'm like, stop.
Yeah, I was just talking to my mom about that. It seems like the next generation is always smarter than the previous generation. And I mean, I'm positive that's how society is supposed to like, keep going on, but
Revolving.
like,
Yeah.
slow down. Like I said, just chill
Yeah,
out.
I get it. I know. Just calm down, guys. You don't need to, well, and also I think technology, because it's like everything's right there. They like
True.
grow up, they are exposed to so many things. I'm like, chill, stop. You don't need to know about that just yet.
True.
Because I don't know how to explain things to you just yet. So
True.
wait.
I
Because I
yeah.
feel like I'm still young, and I'm like, wait, I'm also still growing up. We're doing this together, so be patient with me, please.
Do you are your girls into Pokemon too?
Definitely, yes. They don't really have a choice. I think they just kind of like, because I'm so into it, they're like, "Oh, I'm also into it because mom," you know? I mean, they're just kind of it's there, so it's just a part of life. You know? If it's something that you do all the time, it's
Yeah.
kind of like just normal, It's
Yeah, they're gonna pick
normalized
it
for
up.
them. So yeah, it's just there. So they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna open up a pack." I'm like, "You can't open up this pack because this one's sealed, and no one touches that right now."
But
Until,
you can open up this over here though.
yeah, I was like, you could open up temporal forces. Go for it,
Do you plan
And they're
to
just like,
give
no.
them a page sooner or later, or you're gonna let that be up to them?
Oh, like social media?
Yeah.
Or wait, is that oh, so they are. So what I do, like in real life, my girls and we are commercial models.
Oh wow,
So they have their own like social media.
that's dope.
So yeah, so they have it. And I'm like, oh, maybe they should start doing this stuff too. So it's a thought, but I curate it. It has to be very curated and very like, a certain way. So I'm trying to figure out an angle to be like, it's on Instagram, so I'm like, oh, maybe I could do like a pack of the day type of thing. So eventually I think maybe if they want to, but It's up to
Okay.
them really.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I'm a pack
Yeah,
battle
yeah,
you
yeah.
now because I keep hearing you talk and my ADHD brain is like.
I'm so sorry. I know we're both like, I apologize. Okay. I've got vivid voltage right here.
Yeah, I got battle styles. Let's get it.
All right, let's do this. Wait, how many do I, is it four? Is that
Four,
how?
yeah, should be four.
Okay, I'm like, I
Should
don't
be
know.
four.
Should be four. He says. Okay, one, two, then
Cool.
that, right? Okay, perfect. Yes. Oh, wait. Oh,
Two,
yes. That sounds.
three, four. Let's see. Fighting. Oh, okay. And I think mine's is upside down. Oh, but you got the fighting. Oh wow. Okay. All right. That
Ready?
works.
Set, boom. Boom. I can't even see. And then nothing.
Your last
Last
card?
one?
Nothing
Nothing.
for me either.
Wait, oh wait, this is my last. Oh
Oh
yeah,
wait,
nothing,
I
nothing.
do have one more card. Oh no, still nothing.
Yeah, I got a just a pretty Lugia. And
I think you beat me though, because you at least pulled a legendary. You at least pulled a legendary.
nice. Nice,
Yes,
very nice,
I
very nice.
appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. That is so awesome. It was so awesome for you to come through. That is great. And I'm happy that you made it. Period. Honestly, like honestly, because I didn't think we were going to.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I
No, no, no.
apologize. I
Even
apologize.
if we would have got you Sunday, I would have been happy because I would have just did the same. Wait until one of them weeks where it's like, all right, cool, this is your week now, like, and, because everything is content, so it's gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
used
yeah.
eventually, you know.
Nice. Okay, good. No, I'm so glad. Thank you for being so patient and for asking me to be on here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
So you kind of already said it, but for the people of the world, what do you do for work, as in real life?
oh yeah, yeah. IRL. So other than art, I also do art. I do commercial modeling here in Oregon. And well, I'm based in Seattle, but my agency's down in Oregon. So I do a lot of commercial stuff for like Nike, Nordstrom's, a lot of outdoor stuff, Columbia, she wear a lot of resorts, things like that. The state of Washington, like touristy stuff. So just a lot of fun cataloging things.
Yeah, so is that what brought the inspiration for the outdoor pack battle, or did you just decide to do that because you decided to do that?
Um, I was born and raised in Washington, and out being here in the outdoors is just kind of I feel like a lot of people here are just natural outdoorsy because we have to. We have no choice but to be outside in the rain all the time. So I camp, I hike a lot, I'm outdoors a lot because I need to be on the earth essentially. I'm such an earth person. So I have to get my feet on the ground. That's how I ground myself. I love being in nature, so I'm like, this is great. I'm gonna combine my two loves. So outdoor pack battle it is. And I just want to also try and get people outside of their homes or wherever work just to get out and it's so good for you just being out in the greenery even if it's just stepping outside for a few minutes and if I could get people to do that while they open up a pack then that's like a win-win.
Yeah, kill two birds with one stone type thing. I like that. That's super
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
I think that's where
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
DJ Pokey Rips, if I'm not mistaken, he came up with the set rips idea. That was his thing. And then I was talking to Daniel when I interviewed him. He was telling me the funny thing about that is they were talking about doing that like right before he did it. They were literally talking about, we should figure out a way to make people exercise and open up packs at the same time. And they kind of started the
That's a good
whole,
one.
set rips thing. And I thought that was a great idea. I love when they tag me into that. I love to get into all that. So it's dope to see
That's great. Yeah,
people combine their loves.
yeah, I still gotta do that because I'm like, oh my God, when am I gonna find time? But it is definitely keeping you accountable, and it helps motivate, each other. I love like that the set challenge. It helps motivate each other, keep us accountable and motivate everyone in the
Yeah,
community. So I,
definitely.
I like things like that. Yeah, gotta keep each other healthy.
Yeah, and I think everybody does a good job with that. With you with being outside, and then us with the whole set thing, and then with the creativity. The creativity is one of my favorite things about the community that we have right now. It's like everybody brings something dope to the table, and that's awesome. Like something
Yeah,
different. Everybody's their own person. Like I really like that.
definitely. It's super fun. And I love that we could bounce off of each other without even having to talk. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna take this and run with it and then
Yo.
create something really wild. And it's so fun to see. Yeah.
Yo, one of my favorite pack battles till this day is your poured over pack battle, and not just because that was like one of my first videos that I actually like tried to do something creative, but it was also like to see everybody jump into your thing. Like that was super 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 duper awesome. Like that was
It
super
was
awesome.
really funny. I didn't
Yes.
think that it was, yeah, I was like, oh, this is great. I was like, this is so good to see everyone just be like, ooh, I want to try to to
Yes.
try to rip off. I was like, yes, let's
Yo,
go.
that was one of my that still to this day one of my favorite pack battles. One of my favorite pack
Yeah,
battles. That was nice to see.
there's a lot of really good content that came out of that.
So what is your next step? What is the next thing you want for your channel, or anything that you have going on?
I think for me, I'd like to try to do lives more. I see a lot of friends going on live, and I want to get into that again, and do more art streams. I think that's really fun. I think I just got swamped with a lot of commissions, and then it's
Yeah.
hard to do commissions while you are streaming because when I do commissions, I'm like a gremlin and I'm this close to the card. So when I try to film it or stream it, it takes even longer because I have to be mindful of the position and things like that. So if I could do just fun art streams that aren't connected to like my commissions, then I'd like to do a lot of that and do like pack battles. Poku Rips 88 was like Bobby. He's starting to do like just open pack battles like on live, and I think that's
Yeah.
super fun just to hang out with each other, open packs, talk, and things like that. So I think something like that, just to kind of get to know each other on a more casual and personal basis, I feel like would be fun.
That is super dope. I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see. I'm not gonna lie. I also like the art that you do on the cards. That is really dope.
Thank you, thank you.
How did you come up with
Yeah, it's
that?
really so I do a lot of miniatures already, like landscape miniatures on small paintings or wood paint or like wood pieces. So I'm a miniature artist because it's just so easy to ship. I used to do giant murals and things like that,
Oh
but that
wow.
just is so costly. So I'm like, okay, I gotta redesign my business plan. Let's do miniatures and landscaping and hyper realistic. So I was like, well, I want to do. There's so many cards, like Pokemon cards. Like I could look at something like this Beedrill and be like, oh, I wish you would. It would be something else. And so I
Right.
was like, well, why don't I just create my own full art? Because I could envision this card being something more than just this little snippet. So that's when I was like, oh, let's try it. And I started. I think the first person I just was giving some of my painted cards away, because I was like, who wants this? Just for funsies. And someone's like, you should start selling them. I was like, oh, maybe I should. But yeah, it just started off as like me wanting to have a full art of a specific card, and it went from there.
So is it still something that's like fun for you? Is it still like one of those things where like you'll still pick up a card and put your design on there, or now is it to the point where people will be like, "Hey, could you do blase blase blah?" And you're like, I could try.
Oh, I mean, I so it's still super fun. I every time I open up a pack, I still take cards and I set them aside into like a paint pile that I'm just like I want to do. So I still do that. I do have one amazing person who's commissioned me quite a few times, and I just finished this Van Gogh inspired commission that I posted a few days ago. It's the Umbreon with a Pokemon trainer and her Mimikyu walking down the street. And that was from his own imagination. He's like, I want
Oh,
this, I want this, and this, and this, and this. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, this is gonna be hard to fit all that detail in this tiny 3.5 by 2.5 card. But I was like, I love a good art challenge. I'm like, I've never done this before, but I know I could do it. And I'm like, let's go for it. It took me a while to finish it. But I was like, I was like, wow, this is, it
it turned
pushes me
out
to
good.
my limits
Yeah.
creatively. And so I love when I could have somebody that commission me and come up with the most wildest things because I'm like, I'm down. I'd rather have something like that than just be like, you figure it out. I'm like, oh man, give me I need what's in your
Something.
mind.
Yeah. That's dope. That's
Yeah.
super dope. Because I'm positive you can just hear a little idea and you can just run with it from there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's definitely, but it's way more fun to know what other people's minds are coming up with. I'm like, yes, I want to do whatever's in your mind. So you're like super happy.
Wow, that is super dope. Well, thank you for being
Yeah.
on here. I'm gonna let you go now. I appreciate you so
Thank you so much
much
for having
for coming
me.
through. That is so awesome that I got you on here, like, cause you're one of my favorite creators. So the fact that I have content with you now, like a collab with you, that is awesome. That's like goals for me. So like,
I'm so excited. Thank you again. This is so fun. I had so much fun. If you want to do another thingy, let me know because
uh,
I'm always down. Like you're just
definitely,
such a fun person to do stuff with. So yeah, this is great.
I
I had
appreciate that.
genuinely a lot of fun.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely are definitely getting you back on here. Probably in the middle to end of the
Yeah,
mega era,
yeah, yeah.
so I could cook
No
up some
rush.
more
I'm just like,
questions,
yeah,
But
fun,
yes,
fun,
thank
fun.
you
All
so
right.
much. I appreciate you for being here.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. Bye.
That was awesome. That was awesome.